Mr. Savant.
And thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing.
And don't forget to ring the bell so you get notified when we upload new content.
That's Tom.
And that's Chris. And if this is your first episode of PRNT...
You guys need to catch up.
Why? Because it's our
season finale.
Two finale, right. So, stay tuned. This is going to be a lot of fun.
It's PRNT time.
After 10,000 years, I'm free. It's time to watch PRNT.
Welcome, Rangers.
This episode of
PRNT,
your source for all things
Power Rangers.
It is a very emotional day on the set of PRNT. Why is that?
As we said in our opener, it is our season 2 finale.
Right.
Oh, man.
But not only that, this could be the last time you see Chris and I together on this screen. Probably not, but it could be. Okay. So I thought today we would just kind of go through the 2 years of PRNT. Start from our beginnings. Kind of talk about what we evolved into, some great things that happened along the way, some PRNT secrets, bring back some things, and talk about the future of the channel.
Yeah. Sounds like a great episode.
Yeah, Chris has no idea what is going on. I'm more of the facilitator here, but I've been thinking about it over in my mind. I think I have a pretty good idea where I want to go with this. And what better place to start than the beginning?
Yes, the beginning.
The beginning.
I call those our good mythical morning times because
that was the channel you were trying to kind of look like.
Yeah. I've said it a couple times on this channel. Part of my inspiration on this channel was Good Mythical Morning. I love that channel. Mm-hmm. And so if you look at like our first 3 or 4 episodes, 3, because our 4th episode was the first time we stood up in your house.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So the first 3 episodes we did, we were on a table with this mic stand. Mm-hmm. This was our
we had an old video camera.
Yeah. And Tom, could you put a mic right here for us? Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like.
Yeah,
with a table.
Right.
Oh, that looks good editing, Tom.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
You know, throwing me under the bus. Yeah. But yeah, so some of you may be wondering, some of you may know how PRNT started. Chris is a guy that needs something to do. Chris is not a good alone guy.
No, I like.
I'm a good alone guy. All right, so you have been here a year?
About.
Yeah. Okay. So Chris had been in Michigan about a year. He's a Hoosier, by the way. He'd been here about a year and needed something to do.
Yes.
Yeah. Needed a hobby. It was suggested to us. Why not do a YouTube show? And here we are. We first had to figure out something in common, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't remember how we started talking about it.
No.
But somehow it came up that I was a Power Rangers fan. Well, I was at the time trying to watch all the Power Rangers episodes from the beginning. I had started that in Indiana. Then when I came here, I continued.
Okay.
So that may be
probably
how that happened.
Yeah.
And me and Tom were talking, and I found out he was a Ranger fan, too.
I was a closet Ranger fan. No, it's not something that I spread out a lot, but I would watch the old reruns, especially Dino Thunder and SPD and Emma Lahana. We're going to talk about highlights later. Yeah, okay. But yeah, we got together and Chris went, hey, let's do a YouTube show about Power Rangers.
And Tom was very enthusiastic about the idea.
Yeah.
He hopped on board right away.
I went, no. But as Chris does, he persisted, drove me nuts. So I said, all right, let's give it a try. So we set up a table in what is now an office at my church. Set up a table, put up a camera. We actually had a whiteboard where we made notes on.
Which would later evolve into the monitor we have behind the camera now.
Which would later evolve into the monitor, yeah. And we just went. We didn't have any good camera equipment. We had a soundboard. We didn't even have a video editor.
Right.
We spent hours and hours and hours and hours editing in an old-fashioned way. And we decided enough was with that, and we gradually evolved into where we are now.
Yeah.
Some changes over the years. You mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
We sat down at the table for a while, but then we were like, let's stand up. You know, we moved the studio to my house. We started experimenting with a green screen.
We started with a purple screen.
Right, which did not work out so well because Chris wanted to be blue.
Right.
Okay, so and we couldn't use a blue screen. I was green, couldn't use a green screen. So we went with another color, purple, and it turns out purple is very close to skin tone.
Yes.
If you try to chroma key a purple, you lose a lot of your skin tone.
The lips especially.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we learned that along the way too.
Luckily, there's the joke that green and black swap out in the show. So we just made Tom wear a black shirt, and we went with the green screen, which probably doesn't look green to you right now.
But now it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because editing Tom takes out the background here.
Oh, it's going to be hilarious if you forget.
I won't. Okay. So yeah, we moved the studio to my house. We got some green fabric. We hung it up on a wall. Then we rotated to go long ways along the house. Then you moved here. We painted the wall green for a green screen. And we started to evolve.
Yeah.
We also evolved in our style, too.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. In the early days, we were very, very cheesy. We were very, very... we used a lot of sound effects and a lot of graphics. We've toned down on that quite a bit.
Yeah, and I think it works better from our style. We became more... I don't know, I want to say respectable almost, but more professional. You know, we turned it into a talk show truly, and instead of just a circus. Okay, so yeah. So that's the beginnings of PRNT. Yeah. Anything you'd like to add there?
I don't know if there's any more I could say. Thank you, Amber, for the idea.
Some things we learned along the way now. Let's talk about some things we learned along the way. Chris can talk. Talk. Can't improvise at all.
Although I know it's a shock because on camera, Tom does most of the talking.
Which is counterproductive to who I am. I am not a talker in real life. I am a very silent thinking person.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, you stick a camera in front of me and I just go. Yeah. So we learned that. What else did we learn?
We learned, like you said, I cannot improvise. Technically this episode is improvised and I think I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
But, I'm not having to memorize facts about Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So I think I can do this episode just fine.
Yeah, so we learned that Chris cannot improvise, so we had to go to a script. The first few episodes were just points. We went to a script. We actually typed out a script, and we remember the old paper days where we had all lined up against the wall. We do have a monitor now. We use that. We create a script. And in fact, though I talk with my hands a lot, and the reason you don't see my right hand, you only see my left when I'm talking, is because I'm controlling the script with my right hand. Okay, so that would be a little behind the scenes secret of PRNT.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we learned Chris can't improvise. We need scripts. And who is the most wordy of us? Me. So I was stuck doing scripts. And just, I did a lot of editing in the early days too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you still kind of do most of the editing, but that's only because you have the better version of the editing software.
Yeah. Yes, I do. I have the faster laptop.
Right.
Because Chris keeps breaking them.
I broke one. Or was it two?
I think. Did you break Amber's too? No?
Well, I mean,
she broke hers?
I don't remember.
No, okay. There were a few. Yeah. So, anything else we learned along the way?
I learned that when you put me and Tom together and you send us out, we know how to have fun. Not even necessarily send us out, but you sit me and Tom down and have us brainstorm and come up with things. Me and Tom are an unstoppable team.
We are very different people, for sure. Chris is a dreamer and a go-getter. I'm a thinker.
Yeah.
So we joke all the time. Chris had the easy job. He was the idea guy, and I was the guy that was stuck making it happen, spending the hours doing that. But we did produce some good stuff. Yeah.
What would you say your favorite episode of PRNT is?
Ooh, my favorite episode.
And if you can't pick one, just list a couple.
I'll have to think on this one. Yeah. Do you have something?
I do have a couple. Okay. So the Choose Your Own Adventure was a passion project. I loved that one.
Yeah.
The last episodes of PRNT were the Green Samurai Rangers parts 1 and 2.
Yeah, the missed opportunity.
The story that we were able to come up with that, I just fell in love with.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, I actually really enjoyed when we did silly stuff instead of informational stuff. So like our pumpkin carvings and our,
those were fun. Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. Here's something else we learned. If you're going to put a glossy table in front of a green screen, cover it up. Yeah. Reference our fan films
episode.
Yeah, that was a rough one. So my favorite episode. Nothing really comes to mind.
I'm surprised you're not jumping on Science of the Morphin Grid.
Those were okay. Science of the Morphin Grid was Chris's idea, actually. And I wouldn't say they're the most scientifically sound thing I've ever done. I think I did an okay job. I crammed most of the topics before. So like the teleportation one, I think was good, mostly because I got a troll to keep on going. Yeah, remember that?
I do.
Yeah. So, and what other ones I did? What is the Morphin Grid? Those were fun because we got to dive into a lot of theory stuff. Kind of come up with our own things. So those were fun. Yeah. All right. Best moments of the show.
Oh, okay. So this is interesting because like the first interview question that we ask all the Ranger actors is, what was your most memorable moment while taping?
Yes.
So now we're asking each other this. This is kind of a sweet moment, and I won't cry. Tom, what was your most memorable moment on your show?
On my show?
Yes, on your show.
Oh, okay. Okay. Most memorable moment. I mean, it's got to be Emma Lahana, right?
Oh.
Yeah, of course. Or are we talking besides the interviews?
We'll do one that was show specific, and then we can do overall.
Okay. One that was show specific. As much as I hate it, Garland hair was pretty fun. It took a lot of convincing for me to put that on and go.
Well, we have to do a reenactment. Turn around. Hey. You wouldn't hate me for being a superhero, right? Yeah.
See, we had to practice that too. Yeah. Just the different roles that we got to play. You got to be a monster.
Yes, I was originally the character of the monster.
You were, yes.
And then we gave that role to our friend Angie, now Barefoot.
Yeah.
At that time,
yeah,
she was Angie Harrell.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. So I would say that would probably be the best show thing. Oh, and going on the Ninja Starship.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Too bad it didn't work out for our buddy Jimmy McKnight, but he's doing a show that's really taken off now. So good for him. We met a ton of good people too.
Yeah.
Josh, Chris, Jimmy.
Yep. We knew him, but Chaz the intern came on.
Yeah,
James
Chaz
Astray.
the intern, James Astray. I don't know how, but we always gave him nicknames.
Yeah.
when they came on the show. So just meeting people and
on our Facebook page, he was never seen, but he was heard. Fact checker Adam.
Fact checker Adam.
Which he was my brother-in-law.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say just as much as I don't like meeting new people, doing that and just having fun, acting. I love the stage. I am a musician. I love acting. I loved acting in high school. So just kind of being on the stage.
At church, me and Tom were in a few Christmas plays together. That was nice.
Yeah. You, favorite moment on the show?
My most memorable moment on the show.
Yeah.
I would have to say filming with Josh and going to do the Christmas episode, season 1.
Yes, that was.
And being able to do that for a child who wanted a Power Ranger toys. We were at church at the time, and they have this Christmas tree of different ways to give, and we were looking through them, and one of them said Power Ranger toys for a kid, and we're like, we gotta do this one. So we did do that one, and it was great. Another one is kind of along the same lines. Season 1 finale, where we got to
suit up for kids,
do some special stuff for Suit Up for Kids. Mm-hmm. I'm a very charitable person. My heart goes out to other people. So being able to do stuff for kids and especially kids who need a little extra love.
Right.
And finding out that the winner, Brooke, she came out from having cancer. So that was a special moment for me.
Yeah.
But then, outside of the actual show itself, just going around to cons, meeting actors and interviewing actors. And honestly, even if me and Tom never got to interview one actor, just me and Tom going to cons together was just always so much fun. And then hopefully we still get to do that in the future. But if not, I definitely have a lot of awesome memories. So.
Okay, so are we moving to that favorite part? Of
yes. Let's move on.
Question. We had the opportunity to interview a lot of actors. Our count was somewhere up 25 around.
Something like that.
Yeah, which doesn't sound like a lot with all the seasons.
Check the card for the playlist.
Yes. Okay, but there were
that might be my last shameless plug.
Could be. This guy is responsible for most of those interviews. As you know, I'm not one to talk to people. I'm not, as we said earlier, and I'm not one to ask favors for people that I've just met, especially celebrities. So when we would approach the table, it was all this guy. Yeah, all this guy. Your superpower.
My superpower. Yeah. Yes, we have this joke that I have a superpower that if I want it, it magically happens. And
the first time was interviewing Jason David Frank.
I would say that would be the first time I used the superpower, but that was not our first interview.
No, it was not.
Which, by the way, I love you, JDF. Woo! Woo! Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay.
So we were going to Chicago to Wizard World, and Chris was like, "Oh man, we're gonna interview with JDF." I'm like, "No, we're not. He's far too busy and doesn't have time for us."
Not only are we going to interview JDF, but he's going to give us an opener for our show.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, not going to happen. Not going to happen. Okay, so this actually worked out great. Our hotel was right next to GameWorks, so we would be at the con all day, eat at GameWorks, and play video games for like 2 hours.
Oh, dude, that honestly was the best con trip we ever did.
It was. And so the first night we're coming out at GameWorks, and Chris about pees his pants because he's so excited. Because he goes, "Oh, JDF just liked our post about being at the con." Like, well, yeah, cool, you know, whatever. So we go to get in line with him, and we're wearing our bro trip shirts.
Yeah.
He recognizes the symbol, and then what happens?
Yeah, so we just go up and tell him, hey, we're doing a YouTube show. And I was just telling him about the show. I wasn't even pressing for an interview. But he says, you know what? You guys get with me later. I'll give you an interview. And me and Tom kind of stood there a little dumbfounded, quickly composing ourselves. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'd love to do that. And since then, we're in contact with Jason David Frank's assistant, and I could even shoot her a message right now thanking her for stuff, and she'd send a response. Yeah, and, we're in good relationship there, which is nice.
Yeah. So we get to the meet and greet.
Yes,
we're up front. Obviously, and he starts talking, and he's talking about how there's the plan, and he's a very religious guy too. He's talking about how guys plan for everything, blah blah blah, blah. And he looks at us, and he starts he says your show, and he starts talking about everything playing out, and he's talking about our show, and we're just like. Yeah. So we hang back, do the interview. Francis held the camera. Great experience. Great guy. Francis is amazing too.
It's Francis, baby.
I think we told that story.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Great. We got a lot of laughs out of that. So, is that the interview that you're going with?
Yes, but kind of a side note on that. Like we said with my superpower, and we said JDF, I said JDF is going to give us an opener. Before we even said that, ever since episode 1 of PRNT, I always joked with Tom how awesome it would be to get Rita to come out and say, after 10,000 years, I'm free! It's time to watch PRNT! We always said that. So when we went to meet Barbara Goodson, I was like, it's gonna happen. And Tom, what'd you say?
No, it's not. It's not gonna happen.
Wait, can you guys rewind the episode real quick and look at the beginning? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it totally happened.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, yeah. Man. I love this
something else I do want to mention. Some of you may be wondering why we always say thank you, Jason David Frank.
Oh.
Right.
Okay. That's a good one.
Right away. It relates to this story. From the very beginning, Chris is like, oh, we're going to meet JDF. He's going to do an opener for us. And then we're going to say thank you right afterwards. I'm like, whatever, So that's how that thing started. Okay?
Yeah, we always thanked JDF before he even did anything for us.
Right. Yeah.
So now the thank yous mean something.
Yes. And of course, Chris had a thing, so I had to say something. And why not go with Mr. Saban, the creator of Power Rangers? So that's how we got that opening. Yeah.
Maybe we should redo this opening. Thank you, Jason David Frank.
And thank you, Hasbro.
Doesn't have the same ring.
No, it doesn't. No, we're just going to go with that. Saban still created the show.
Fair enough.
By Hasbro now. Yeah, okay. So, we still haven't... Favorite interview. We still haven't talked about that.
So, obviously, Jason David Frank, I think we both could safely say is the pyramid top.
Yes.
So let's go down to our second favorite, which, funny enough, was kind of the same thing we did in episode 1 of our favorites and why.
Yeah, it was.
Tommy's obviously our favorite ranger, so who's your second favorite?
Yeah.
Which I can say I've met the guy that I said was one of my favorite rangers in episode 1. Yeah. Ethan.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Duhaney.
Yep.
Blue Ranger, Triceratops. Hopefully soon I can meet David Yost.
Yeah. It's a funny story about Kevin Duhaney. We saw him in Lexington on Friday. Mm-hmm. He said, come back on Sunday. We're like, okay, whatever. Sunday we got there, and he was so hoarse from talking all weekend. But he he said, I told you I would. Let's do it. So big thank you moment to him for still doing that.
Yeah, that was an awesome interview. Yeah. It's so hard to pick one though.
Now here's another one.
Okay.
Walter E. Jones.
Oh man,
we learned hip hop keto from Walter. I mean, that was a cool moment. It was a little bit struggle to get him to talk to us too, but he said, "All right, I'm free now. Let's do it." And we learned hip hop keto from Walter E. Jones. That was a cool moment too.
Also, I feel like we can't talk about our interviews without talking about our interviews with Bulk and Skull.
Oh, and of course not. I mean, yeah.
We were pranked by Bulk and Skull.
The story with Bulk and Skull is we were in line, and we were in the photo line, right?
Yes.
With the Dino Thunder team, okay?
Yes.
And they were before or after, or before that. So they come in and... No, it was we were with Bulk and Skull. Yeah, okay. They come in and Paul comes in. Yeah.
Through the line. Yeah,
he
doesn't come through the back like everyone else.
He comes in through the public doors and we're waiting in line. He comes up and goes, "Hey," so just a real cool guy. And we get to the photo op. I see the light bulb form in Chris's head. And I'm like, this ain't going to be good. Okay. What's your idea? And your idea was?
Yes. And I don't know if we've put this on social media yet, but go ahead and flash it here, Editor Tom. We got wedgies by Bulk and Skull for our photo op.
Yeah, that's what Chris's idea was. The original plan was for just Paul Schreier to give Chris a wedgie while Jason Narvey, Skull, and I laughed at him. But we got there and Jason's like, "You're getting one too." So so that's how that photo came about. That was a cool moment.
That's probably our best celebrity photo.
It is, yeah, it is.
You see us looking up at all of them right now, by the way.
Yeah, very cool. As far as interviews go, we got the opportunity to meet a lot. A highlight for me was Sean C.W. Johnson.
Yes.
Lightspeed Rescue, one of my favorites. Carter, one of my favorite Rangers. Really cool guy. Very cool to talk to. You also had, of course, Emma Lahana. Oh, that was so good. I don't think I've ever really gotten starstruck. I mean, maybe a little nervous, but that interview, my mouth was so dry after that because I was so nervous and so starstruck because she's always been my favorite. She was my Ranger crush. Yeah.
Also, I don't know how. I don't know if we were just lucky with how we put it out there, but that is by far our most popular video on YouTube is the interview with Emma Lahana. Mm-hmm. So,
the Blue Crew interview.
Yeah. I love the Blue Crew interview.
Michael Copan and Blake Foster. Mm-hmm. That was a cool one too. They said, let's do it together. So yeah, that was cool as well. So we definitely got some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, we could easily talk about every interview, but we don't want to bore you guys too much with this finale.
No.
So moving on.
Any secrets of PRNT that we should share? Besides talking to our future editing selves.
Yes. I think last year, and it might have been a season finale, or maybe it was a bonus video that we put on social media, was that Tom jokingly said that we film without wearing pants.
Right, yeah.
Which is not true.
No,
we wear pants.
It's not true at all. No, we don't.
But no, a behind the scenes secret.
We don't actually teleport.
Yes.
Shocking.
If you watched yesterday's Blue Ranger vlog, we revealed the secret on that.
Yeah, we did.
Let's see.
The hardest part about that is making sure the waves come down before our heads come up.
Yeah.
with the old software, it used to take forever to line it up right. Yeah. So that's definitely one.
You may have noticed that in these last few episodes, our teleport stream looks different.
Mm-hmm.
I told Tom a little while back, after seeing how they do the teleport in the comics, I was like, man, we should update our teleports.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, at that time, I wasn't 100% convinced that this was going to be the end of PRNT. I thought maybe we can go for a season 3 with me and you.
Right.
But yeah, so Tom updated the teleport streams a few episodes ago, and does it feel worth it at this point?
It's all right.
They look cool.
Yeah. Other secrets, I really can't think of anything.
Yeah, we pretty much tell you guys everything.
Yeah. We have no secret in lighting. Clearly, just got those stands with like the 5 bulbs on it, and we use 3, and that's all we've used. We prop them up with cardboard boxes. That's Other than that, though, I can't really think of anything else. No.
The science jacket that you wear
yes.
when you morph for the Science of the Morph Grid episodes, Amber and I gave Tom that jacket for, was it a birthday gift?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was for him to use for school as a science teacher and all that. But it ended up being his ranger uniform, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. I think we explained why I wear black and not green. It doesn't work well with the green screen. Yeah.
Speaking of green screen and wearing things, the power coin on my Blue Ranger shirt.
Oh, jeez. That is the worst ever. That's why don't let Chris wear that shirt anymore.
There also was another shirt I would wear that has green inside the collar.
Your polo does. Yeah.
So, those are 2 shirts Tom does not like me wearing.
No. That's about it, I think.
Yeah. As far as secrets go.
Yeah. Secrets.
Anything else that
we don't have a shooting schedule. Some days we shoot Friday before the release date. Sometimes it's 2 weeks before the release date.
I should say we used to have a shooting schedule.
Yeah.
And in fact, we even got to a point where we were pretty good at shooting a couple episodes at a time and then editing. But then, life gets busy. So, we kind of lost a shooting schedule. And Tom's right. There's been times where, and I've admitted it on social media, where we shoot the episode the night before it needs to go up at 10 a.m. in the morning. So, it's...
All right, friends of PRNT.
The friends of PRNT.
People we've met along the way. We've covered a lot. Chris and Josh and Jimmy McKnight. The Heaven Sent Flower.
I was going to mention Village Flowers and Gifts.
Village Flowers.
Janice.
Heaven Sent is in Coleman, by the way.
Yeah. Village Flowers and Gifts in Gladwin, Michigan. Mm-hmm. She's what we would consider a friend of PRNT. Mm-hmm. She's been awesome. I saw her just last week and told her I'd have to stop in and grab a souvenir before moving to Indiana. So...
Andrew over at Collector's Corner.
Yes.
He's been great.
Andrew's given us some awesome deals just because of this show.
We shot in his store.
Oh, yeah. Free Comic Book Day. I got a nice interview with him. Yeah. But then probably one of our cooler moments, and I went back and rewatched our, for a good month and a half, I'd say, we would go live every week to do giveaways.
Right.
And one of them was in the shop.
Yeah.
Because we were picking up this blind box. Mm-hmm. Yes. What number did we get again? 37 of 250. Yeah. So we were picking up that blind box.
He made sure to call us first.
Yes. Yeah. From Andrew's shop, and Andrew was able to come on and be a part of that live stream. So that was awesome.
That was cool. Yeah. Yeah. So the fans, of course, you guys have been awesome too. Mm-hmm. I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah.
Where are we at count-wise? We were at 36 minutes.
Whew.
Yeah.
Editing Tom's going to have fun with this one.
Yeah. The debut of the movie.
Yes.
I don't know if we've told that story.
If we have it, I don't think it's been recorded. But yeah, so I have a friend that I went to school with who is the manager of the Roxy, which is a movie theater in Peru, Indiana. And Tom and I were invited to go down there and see the movie, the 2017 Power Rangers movie, the night before it was released to the public in a empty theater room, a private theater room, just me and Tom.
Yeah.
And we got to watch the movie for free the night before it came out.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, after we saw the movie, she came out with movie passes for me and Tom to come back the next day and see it in the audience again for free. Yeah. So that was awesome.
That was definitely a cool story as well. Anything else you wanna talk about?
We are aware of our fans, and we are aware of the lives that we've been able to touch. In fact, there's even people in our community who are fans of our show. Mm-hmm. This one boy comes to mind specifically, where he considers me the Blue Ranger. And so we are so grateful for you guys. And I'm so happy that we've been able to keep the show going as long as we have. And I only hope that we can come back for season 3 and work that out however we can.
So let's talk about the future.
Yes.
Okay. As we said, this may or may not be the last time Chris and I are together on this screen, because Chris is moving back to Indiana.
As I've said, yep.
Yeah. Life happens. Things happen. Our paths are diverging a little bit. I have a career and roots here in mid-Michigan. Chris is going to set roots in Indiana. Maybe.
Yeah. Who knows? I go where the wind takes me.
Right. He's a drifter for sure. But life happens, I'm looking to start my master's in education, so that was take up a huge amount of my time.
Zordon has called Tom away to work on.
We do have full-time jobs, we're not getting paid to do this. We do this because we love it. I do it because Chris loves it. And so, we're just I'm gonna kind of take another step with my career. Chris is moving, as we have said, but I don't think this will be the last time. We do have some plans, some cons. You're only going to be 4 hours away?
Yeah. We've driven further than that for conventions, so.
Yeah. I'll have to go to Indiana more often, which I'm not too happy about, but it's okay. I love Indiana. At least it's not Ohio.
Our fans in Ohio, we do not hate you.
But this is not the end of the channel, Pete.
That reminds me real quick. Remember the Idaho mistake? Where we were joking about Idaho, and we kind of were saying it in a negative way.
Yeah.
So we
vaguely.
tried to turn it around to make it more positive.
Yeah.
We love our fans in Idaho as well.
Big, more secrets, bloopers. There are a lot of bloopers here.
Most of which we didn't post.
Yeah, we have fun. Chris's catchphrase whenever we're together is stupid. Stop. Yeah. So, yeah, we have a lot of fun. But as we were saying, the future of this channel still looks bright. You have some plans. Go ahead and talk about those.
Yes. So, Blue Ranger Vlog is a vlog that I'm doing every Friday, and it doesn't get received as much as this show does. But I really encourage you guys to check out Blue Ranger Vlog. I'm going to be doing some more fun stuff with that. Hopefully not just me sitting and talking in front of the camera like I have been. I want to get up and I want to do stuff with it. Then there's Chaz the Intern with the Intern Files. He releases those on Tuesdays, and hopefully, he does some more with that. And then James the Stray has a project he's working on. He's only released a trailer for it so far, but he's wanting to do a show that involves Power Rangers Legacy Wars, the mobile app game, and our team on that game, Reborn Heroes, and he wants to do something with that. Also, James the Stray, we released a little teaser of it on our Facebook and maybe our other social media, but he is working on a awesome rockin' cover of the Mighty Morphin theme song, so hopefully we see those soon.
Right. So yeah, the future will be, where is the channel still going? It's evolving a little bit, but I think we both knew that it had to. You can only cover so many things in the Power Rangers universe before you run out of ideas. And toward the end, we started running out of ideas. So it's going to kind of evolve and change a little bit. I know that you're going to be in Indiana with your friends and you have some talks, maybe doing some things as well. Yeah.
There are a couple ideas that I had for this show that will probably be turned into Blue Ranger vlogs. One specifically, Power Ranger pancake art. I really wanted to do that, but we never were able to get around to doing that. But yeah, hopefully I can do it on Blue Ranger vlog.
Yeah. Two more secrets of PRNT that I thought of.
Okay. We
originally started out as PRTV.
Yes.
But there was somebody else had that name or something.
Yeah, PRTV was something that was already established as something, and we didn't want to try to steal that away.
Right. So we changed it to PRNT, and people have asked us so many times, what does PRNT stand for? I don't know if we ever covered it, but PRNT stands for nothing. It doesn't stand for anything. We let you assume what it stands for, but nowhere have you ever heard us tell you what PRNT stands for.
Our answer for that is always, it's up for interpretation.
That's right.
We have our own interpretation. You guys may have your own interpretation.
Mine is purple rhinos need tacos.
Yeah.
That's mine.
But yeah, so PRNT, it's just a nice 4-letter thing that rolls off the tongue.
I think it even sounds better than PRTV.
Yeah.
That N, that very strong N, definitely kind of helps that. I think we're done.
Yeah. So we're going to do our normal wrap up, but then I wanted to kind of group you into something special that me and Tom do. Me and Tom have a very special goodbye. We are obviously Power Rangers fans, but we are also Star Wars fans. And so me and Tom have created a goodbye that we always say to each other.
Right.
And we will share that with you for our goodbye here. But first, our normal sign off.
One more thing.
Okay.
Over the years, we've also heard a lot of things about us together. We have a lot of chemistry, and we do, which makes this work. So, you've been a great co-host, my friend.
Dude, don't.
It's true. I may think you're a guy. I don't come up with ideas. I am a doer. Chris is the dreamer. A lot of people... Okay, so when we were at Lexington, we did so many interviews. Amber was holding the camera, and we can't tell you how many times we heard the phrase, these guys work well together. They have good chemistry. That was a great interview, and it's because we do work well together. So, if there ever was a co-host award, it would have to go to this guy. I couldn't do it alone. I wouldn't know what to talk about. You would like to add?
Samesies, dude. Samesies.
I was trying to make him cry, and I did it.
Oh, okay. Yep. So,
but I don't think this is the end for us.
No, definitely not. We're still best friends, and we will definitely create in the future together.
Collaborate, if nothing else.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Thank you for being my friend.
Shut up. Okay.
Thank you.
One thing that gets me every time in the 2017 Power Rangers movie is when Billy says, "Thank you guys for being my friends." Every time. Oh, Tom, you're such a jerk. Okay. Oh.
I just came up with that, too.
All right. So for our normal sign-off and then our special sign-off, Tom?
You start.
It's always been your start, hasn't it? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing.
And don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified when we upload new content. And remember, as we sign off, and even if this is the last time, our hope will always be, our hope is that the power will always protect you.
Let's power down. Now, Tom, for our special sign-off.
By the way, I don't know why I started doing the hand thing, but I always did, and then I didn't do it one time, and Chris made me do it again. And why do we say the power will always protect you? Copyright laws.
Yeah.
You know, so the 2 more secrets of PRNT.
Well, we really got to wrap this up for you guys.
Yeah.
Tom, our very special sign-off.
Are we saying it to each other, or are we saying it to them?
Oh, man. I kind of want to say it to you, man. This is us saying goodbye.
Okay.
Whew, I could do this. All right. Tom?
Look into my eyes.
I totally forgot which one goes first.
It's the Star Wars boy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, Tom?
Yes.
May the Force be with you.
And may the power protect you.
Goodbye, man.
Oh. And may the Force always be with you.
And may the power always protect you.
Let's
power down.
Hey Rangers, thanks for checking out this episode.
If you want to see more, be sure to click the link to the left to see our most popular video.
Check out the link on the right to see our most recent upload.
And aim for that button in the center to subscribe if you haven't already.
And if you still want more, be sure to check out our social media pages where we post all sorts of things to be your source for all things Power Rangers.